Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm just going to talk over this speed painting, sort of. Just talk about how I got to the finished product, and some tips too. As you can see, I've already started the painting. I just went over it straight with a quick wash, and that's normally how I start most of my paintings. It really helps me to just get the white off the page, color it blue or brown, or just some sort of other underpainting nice base color. This speed painting took about, I want to say, 1 hour and 15 minutes. Yeah, around that time. Sometimes throughout the video, you're just gonna see the painting just sitting there alone for a few minutes. Throughout the painting process, I actually had to go do some other stuff, so that actually sort of helped me, because I got to take a step back from the painting and come back, even if it's only 2 minutes later, with different new eyes. This painting was done in my 19th sketchbook. Oh, that's crazy. 19 sketchbooks in now. I'll definitely make sure to tour my other ones. Oh, by the way, don't get too excited. Some of the sketchbooks before this one are not filled all the way. Well, some of them. Yeah, so this is a Ohuhu square marker paper sketchbook. It's actually one of my sort of biggest sketchbooks ever. If we're talking about pages, that is. With 60 sheets, that's like 120 pages, which is way more than I've ever had before. Also, another thing that's really interesting about it is that it's marker paper, which is completely different to my normal thicker watercolor paper, so it was definitely interesting getting used to painting in the sketchbook. As you can see, I've already started to lay in some of the shadows, and overall the color feel, the general colors so far of each part of the landscape. At this point, I was just tweaking things and just trying to lay in more layers to indicate what I felt in the landscape. What I sometimes do that really helps me get really immersed in the landscape is I like to look up sort of rainforest ASMR, I guess, environmental ASMR, you could say. I like to just close my eyes and imagine I'm in that place. It's normally good enough to just close my eyes and imagine I'm there, but hearing the sounds of what I imagine the landscape looks like can help so much more. It gets to be a really sensory experience, and once I start hearing the waves or the lake, the birds chirping, I can really imagine what the light would feel like too on my skin. And it's really great to just take advantage of those resources if you have them. So, as I mentioned before, this sketchbook is actually full of marker paper, which means that the paper is really sort of, well, it's not that absorbent pretty much. It felt kind of slippery using gouache. I know that some gouache artists use things like cardboard or wood, which I have used before, but it was definitely much different compared to what I normally use. Oh, by the way, sorry for my sort of messy background. If you're wondering what those boxes are for, it's pretty much just a stack of boxes to put my laptop on. You gotta be efficient with how you work, you know? If you're staring so long at a computer, might as well try making it the best environment. Well, actually, considering that it's a little messy, it's not really the best environment, but painting! Wow, this is a great landscape painting. Wow, look at that. Oh, let's talk about the supplies I was using for this. For this painting, I got some new brushes actually before I painted it. I think it's the Princeton Neptune series. They're like these super crazy water absorbent brushes, and you'll see me use one of the square ones a lot. Oh well, I mean, I did use it a lot in the beginning. I don't think I use it that much later on in the piece, but they work really great for watercolor gouache, and well, I haven't tried anything thicker or different than that, like acrylic or oil. I don't know. So if you try that, you're definitely going into some dangerous, sketchy roads down that way. So right now in the painting, I laid down some really funky colors in the shadows, and I love just taking whatever color is near, and like, you know, if it matches the value of what I think the landscape is, I'll just put it there. Because really, the values of a piece are the aspects of it that really build the space. It's the depth that is created by values, and that's what really can help make the landscape feel more surreal or realistic, depending on what you're going for. So in the shadows, I actually used lots of purples. Typically, I actually lean towards using purples in my pieces. I just find, personally, that purples make the shadows look really rich. Especially comparing, like, if you just use straight up black or something, I think that'll make the colors look a lot more dull and just desaturate the piece overall. So I really recommend using dark blues, dark purples to start off with. But I also must recommend just experimenting with your colors too. Maybe a dark orange or a dark yellow. Because part of creating artwork, at least for me, I like to just take what is in a picture or what's in real life and just amplify it to the max. Use crazy colors and just try conveying the image through a sort of whimsical, warped lens. It was super fun painting this piece because I felt like I really got immersed into the world of this landscape. I can imagine some protagonists encountering this area, maybe in fighting some monsters or crab giants or something, if I made it look a little more beachy. I think it's really cool when artists create pieces in works that really pull you in to the piece and just keep you in there forever. Well, not forever, but just a while. Ooh, during this stage of the piece, I actually sort of struggled a lot with the shadows. I sort of just kept going over the same areas with darker and darker paint, but eventually I found a happy balanced medium where I had those crisp, dark shadows, but also some nice blended edges where the grass met the rocks and the other darker planes. Before I painted this, actually, I was going through quite of a art block. I couldn't really think of what I wanted to paint, so what I did was I went on this site called like artbreeder.com, and Artbreeder is a really great site where you can take some images of like landscapes and stuff, and you can breed the images together. Pretty much what that means is it like combines the images and makes a new fun image that combines them. You can also like alter how much blue, green, red there is in the piece. You can also like change all sorts of aspects of it. And so pretty much what I do sometimes is I get my references from Artbreeder itself. I take a bunch of images that I like the compositions of and the elements of, and I just mash them up, and by doing that, I create my own like unique original reference, and then I can use that in my pieces, which is extremely great. So, at the time, during this painting, I was just really creatively stuck. So I just went on Art Reader and created a pretty cool reference, and I just went straight into painting it. If you've gotten this far in the video, I'm glad you're here, first of all, but consider subscribing and possibly liking the video. Also, try commenting if you want to. I would love to hear some feedback from you guys. I'm really enjoying making these videos, and so I'd love to hear what you guys want me to create and any ideas or suggestions that you guys have. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering what gouache I'm using Artet gouache, and it's actually like really good. It's a 18 color set. They're in these like jelly cup things, and they're like super great for just layering and just in general sketchbook painting. I highly recommend them, especially for like beginners and stuff, since they're pretty affordable. With a limited time left of this speed paint, I'll give some quick, fast gouache paint hacks. Make sure you vary your brush strokes. Attempt to stroke from how many different angles. Try really pushing your brush into the paper. Same thing goes for pencil. I see all of you colored pencil artists out there. Try varying your strokes if you want to achieve a different look. Some other things I recommend, really reach for colors. Well, actually, don't look at colors. Sort of just look at the values of the piece. Try building a piece purely on value, black and white. That can definitely help. Also, yeah, that's sort of it now. Here's the final piece. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and have a good one. Thanks for watching. Bye!